Hi guys, most of the kids around here know me as Miss Hope, and this morning I'm going to let you in on a little surprise that I have planned for Pastor Mark. Most of you probably know that he had to have an operation on each of his knees in the last few months, and even though they're healing really nice, I know that takes a long time to heal, and some days his knees are pretty achy. So I thought I'd make him a little surprise to help him feel better on those days. And I know he likes brownies. So I asked his wife, Miss Sue, if she would give me her recipe for his favorite brownies. And yesterday, I mixed up this beautiful pan of brownies for him. I'm going to cut them up this morning, put them on this nice red tray, which is sort of an Ohio State color, which he loves, and surprise him after the service. Now, I've heard that it's best to use a plastic knife to cut brownies because they'll cut a lot smoother. So I've got a knife, and I'm going to just cut these. Well, maybe this is just a flimsy knife. Let's try a different knife. This one's a lot firmer. Let's try this. Wow, these are some firm brownies. Okay, I have a metal knife, fallback plan. Wow. You know what? I think I'm just gonna fix that icing. Put a lid on this, and I'm just going to give these to Pastor Mark in the pan and hope that he has really strong teeth. He can cut them himself. But I wonder what in the world went wrong with my brownies. Whose fault is it that they didn't turn out right? Maybe Miss Sue's not a very good cook. Do you think? No, I don't think that's true because I've had some of her food that she's fixed, and she's a good cook. But I do have the recipe. I guess I could double check that. 2 eggs. Eggs are so slimy that I decided I was going to just use honey instead. I like sweet stuff a lot better. Took a cup of sugar. Yep, I used that. Salt. I skipped that. Vanilla. Have you ever tasted vanilla? It is really bitter. So I used vanilla Coke. Much better. Some melted butter. Yep. Cocoa. Now, this isn't the kind of cocoa like in hot chocolate. This is like a dark powder that's very bitter. And, of course, I didn't like that. So I used chocolate chips instead there. Much better. 3/4 cup of flour. Now, for you little kids, this isn't the kind of flour that's growing outside. This is this white powdery stuff that really tastes blah. Sugar is way better. So I just put in 3/4 cup of sugar instead. Then it says mix it all up, put it in the pan, bake it at 325 for 30 minutes. Well, actually, I was kind of in a hurry yesterday, so I figured if I just turn on my oven to 500, then I could just do this like in 10 minutes instead. So whose fault is it that the brownies didn't turn out right? We all like to blame others sometimes for our mistakes, like, well, he started it, or she wouldn't share. But in this case, I think I'm the one who didn't follow the instructions. And it's probably my fault that these brownies turned out so badly. Do you know, God's given us some awesome instructions to follow, kind of like a recipe, so that we can become the kind of person he created us to be. Deuteronomy 5:32 and 33 says, "Be careful to obey all the commands of the Lord your God, following his instructions in every detail, so that you'll have a good life." Now, these instructions are written down in the Bible, and you probably already know a lot of them already. But let's look at a few, like tell the truth. Means don't lie, keep your promises. Don't steal. So if you borrow something, return it. Be kind. That means no name calling, no making fun of others, no bullying. Obey your parents, your grandparents, your teachers, and when you get to be my age, it's your employers and the police. Treat others with respect. This means watch your tone of voice. It means helping other people and letting others go first. Don't cheat. Play fair on that soccer field or basketball court. And be honest. Be patient. Don't be so quick to get angry about things. And always do your best, as though you're doing it for Jesus. Don't be lazy. You and I can choose not to follow these instructions like I did here, but we can't expect good results if we do that. When we lie, we're unkind, or we cheat, disobey, or act disrespectfully, we're going to find ourselves in trouble with others. People will get angry with us, and they won't trust us, and we'll lose our friends, and we'll only have ourselves to blame. None of us follow God's instructions perfectly, but He promises that if we ask Him for help every day, He'll help us to do our best, and He never breaks His promises.